2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there at Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And Beverley kicks to Zubac. From deep, George. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Doncic passes to Powell. Stolen by Zubac. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. And too long on the shot.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now, here's Zubac. And he makes good on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Powell finds Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway goes in. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's George. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Hardaway. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The shot by Powell, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Stolen by George. And that one's good. Beverley's got his second basket of the night.
The strength from Patrick Beverley is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Well, he's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Nobody near Leonard. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 6-point game. Curry passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. White, he's checked in for Dallas. And then for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Doncic against Green, and Doncic gets it to go. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That is.
got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Shamet finds Green. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shamet. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Shamet's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Anjic passes to Porzingis. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the left wing. Back to Williams. Pass to Green. Now Shamet lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And right, here we go. And the layup falls.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Good work there as it goes.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Got it up. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity.
That's what I play with, a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. You guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Montrezl Harrell is out there with JaMychal Green. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 2. Now here's Curry. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Jackson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Green, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Jackson. The Mavericks shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness, and a nice job on the break that time.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. 5 to shoot. Jackson finds Brunson. Outside Curry. Misses the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Beverly missing. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to call his stop. Here's Jackson. Morris with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Here's George. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Coley Stein. It's stolen by Morris. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. Here's George. And the shot goes down. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming off the fast break.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Jackson. Doncic comes in for Seth Curry. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for DeLon Wright. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Williams. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Zubats kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots over Doncic. Second chance shot. Here's Zubats. A 3 from Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Jackson has the open look. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shamet finds Green. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Looking to end the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening. That's good from Jackson. Mavericks trail by 14. Out to the right wing. Barea, the pass to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Now Hardaway Jr. up over top right there, rising up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Shamet. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Barea kicks to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Barea, right wing. With 1 on the clock, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch, and so we wrap up the first half. Clippers ahead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, and that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And here's Beverly after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer.
I feel like Beverly plays sort of this out-of-control chaos game, and it gets the defense to get sloppy. They did so there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 16.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now, here's Doncic. Over to the wing. Stolen by George. Morris looking over the floor. Leonard the pass to Morris. Left side, George. Outside, Leonard. And the pass to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Powell. And it's Beverly missing. Mavericks trail by 16. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Powell. Inside. Outside for Curry. Beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubas. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Passes it to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot is good.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Beverly against Doncic. Back to Beverly. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Beverly's got 10 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And it's Harrell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Outside for Curry. Offensive rebound. Porzingis passes to Powell. Bounce pass, Harrell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Morris outside. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. And another shot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Hardaway. He's got 7. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got his first basket.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Williams finds Jackson. Pass to Harrell. Back to Jackson. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Outside Curry. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, Cauley Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Williams kicks to Jackson. 19 seconds left to play here in the third.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Here's Curry. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the middle. And that one's good. Shamet.
Quick and clean with that shot attempt as Shamet knocks it in.
It's not going to go for him. And so it's Los Angeles, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Landry Shamet. Ivica Zubac is out there with Harrell. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the two-guard spot.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Curry. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in that he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Shamet on the wing. Williams looking around. Pass to Harrell. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Reggie Jackson.
The one thing about Willie Cauley Stein is you don't really use the word length with him. You talk about his mobility and just how athletic as a big he can be. That activity can be disruptive to any team they're playing against.
Now here's Williams. Fast break, Dallas. Pull-up jumper. Hardaway dishes to Curry. Unloads from 13. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
There's the pass to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cauley Stein.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Here's Zubac. No good, unable to end this run. Mavericks trail by 3. Curry with a wide open look. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein stepping up, huge.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Banked in off the glass.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Now here's Brunson. Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Lou Williams.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Wright finds Powell. Back to Wright. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound Mavericks on the wing. Doncic. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Now, here's Doncic. 1:04 left in the game. Marjanovic down low, defended by George. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Beverley with the ball. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. The 8-footer. It counts!
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Now, here's Doncic. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Wright missing. And here's Los Angeles. 17 points was their biggest margin. George passes to Zubac. Beverley looking around. The 3 ball misses there. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry. And with
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so here's Portland after the Clippers. Oh!
Yes. Goodness. And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. They get it back. Back to Beverley. Leonard with no one around. And the 3 off target. Leonard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. The pass to Nurkic. Lets it go with the 3. And there's Lillard on the assist by Nurkic.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Morris with the bucket.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
George against Lillard. Down low, Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And it's 8 points for Nurkic.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
To the inside, Zubac finds Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Trail Blazers leading by 6. Lillard with it. George picks him up.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's Beverley. The open shot by Leonard. Outside for George. Morris outside. High post, Zubac. Leonard against Lillard. Nobody near George. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here is Morris. Passes it to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Trail Blazers have gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. Lillard fires away from way outside. Doesn't go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Paul George with the steal. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Whiteside's checked in for the Trail Blazers. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's Shamet. Morris, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
To the paint. Pass to Whiteside. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lillard way outside. The Trail Blazers get it back in a new 14.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Harrell kicks to Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Kawhi with the 3, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Here's Whiteside. No good with the layup. Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll return shortly.
Old school basketball.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trail Blazers so far in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
We've got Green. Williams is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet, and Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Lou Williams, so crafty, G.A., just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trail Blazers shooting their first free throw of the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys, they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And George with the stuff.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Trail Blazers trail by 3. Pass to Collins. And stolen by Harrell. There's the lob to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Ariza outside, and there's the defensive 3-second call. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And the technical free throw is good. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. The Trail Blazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Hood. On up the court. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, so Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Outside Collins. Trent passes to Collins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
58 seconds left to play in the first half. Out to the wing. Nurkic finds McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trail Blazers.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Nurkic.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to Beverley. Left side Williams. Nurkic with the steal.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Ariza with the bucket.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Here's Beverley. Williams from outside. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that should do it with the second.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Los Angeles on D. They've led by as many as 11 points. Lillard misses. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They lead by 7. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Now Lillard. He has 7. A 3 from McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Beverly, the pass to Zubats. Basket, good.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Anthony in the corner. Again, the Trailblazers good for two. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knocked away. And stolen by Ariza. Leonard with the steal. Here's Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Leonard. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rodney Hood subbed in for McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
Here's Jackson. Harrell trying to free himself up. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 8 points.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. Howell's 4 for 4.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And it's Lillard missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Green kicks to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 9 points in the game so far.
Offensively, Lou is incredible. You can use him in so many different ways.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Put on the wing. The pass to Trent. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Put on the wing. Passes it to Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Bounce pass from Williams. Shamet on the wing. Covered by Hood. Shamet the pass to Green. Over Anthony. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
You've got to love the journey Jermichael Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Back to Anthony, pass to Simons. And a wide open look for Hood, and it's off from 3-point range. Clippers leading by 6. Shamet finds Harrell. They kick it out to Green. Back to Jackson. Green passes to Williams. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. That one doesn't drop. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Trent passes to Simons. And here's Hood. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Trent. Back to Hood over Williams. Portland no good that time either.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
There's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. From deep. It's off. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action after this word. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum outside. The pass to Trent. This one for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Zubats. Back to Beverly. Passes it to George. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Deflects the pass. Stolen by George. Taken away by Anthony. Ariza goes in. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And gliding to the rim there. Ariza looking graceful on that move.
Clippers leading by 5. Beverly with the ball. The 3 from George. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. 4-on-3 break. Pass to Trent. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony against Morris. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Back to McCollum from the wing. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Back to Nurkic, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Leonard attacking, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
At the line for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Lillard's checked in for Portland to tie it up. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland. Williams looking over the floor. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and that one is good from Zubac.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Lillard outside. Count it!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Down low and stolen by Ariza. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And it's George missing. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's the Trail Blazers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Williams. Back to Leonard. Fires for 3. He's off from 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
5 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open 3 in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that 3-point line.
Leonard, that's for 2. Los Angeles with another miss. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, so thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward spot. And for the Trail Blazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Doncic. Hits it from about 6 feet away.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick.
Oh! And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Anthony right side. Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Lillard misses. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Timeout. Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Lillard way outside. Not going to go that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Right side Hardaway. To the wing on the left. Finney Smith. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
McCollum against Hardaway. Here's McCollum. Out to Anthony. Lillard outside. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Doncic against Lillard. And Marjanovic with the slam.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Cullen passes to Lillard to halt the run. And it's Lillard again missing.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Curry's checked in for Dallas. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
4 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And the pass to Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
All free throws good from Doncic. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
The Trail Blazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Collins. And so Collins nails both of them. Here's Brunson. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Curry is inside, working on Collins. Pass to Curry. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Dallas leading by 8 from... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched it.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Little. He's out there with Trevor Ariza. Collins is out there with Hood. And it's Trent in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Hood dishes to Little. Pass to Trent. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Little. Hood for 3. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 7. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the middle. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Kleba.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Trent. Brunson covering. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's hauled in by Trent. Trail Blazers trail by 9. Little passes to Trent. And it's Hood in the corner. Can they get it? Portland again missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Brunson. To the right side. Outside Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Curry subbed in for DeLon Wright.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
J.J. Barea checked in for the Mavericks. Whiteside finds Anthony. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Barea. Here's Lillard. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 12. The pass to Finney-Smith. Outside for Curry. Launches it. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. For 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Curry with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Trail Blazers.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Shoots from the elbow. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Lets the 3 fly. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Whiteside.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
And it's sent back by Lillard. The Mavericks have been good at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Passes to Carmelo. Now Nurkic. Kleber defending. McCollum against Curry. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Curry with the steal. And we finished one half of basketball. Mavericks lead by 7. And join it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. An exceptional game play. And
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in its small forward. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Luka Doncic. Curry gets the bucket.
Don't let that slight frame fool you. Seth Curry on the interior. He will finish shots.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Curry against Lillard. Over Curry. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Off target from outside. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And so here's Portland. Collins passes to Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Collins. Here's McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Collins. And Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Whiteside. There's the double team from Whiteside. And stolen by Whiteside. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And Whiteside sends it back. Inside. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Anthony's checked in for a little. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Mavericks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Both good from the line that time. Now McCollum. Pass to Whiteside. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now the pass to Trent. Good on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And here's McCollum for 3. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 4. And Wright kicks to Doncic. Down low, here's Cauley Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Good on the wing, guarded by Wright. And here is Anthony. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. McCollum kicks to Hood. From past the arc. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his 3rd foul of the game. For the Trail Blazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Rodney Hood. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson. Back to Curry. To the left side wing. Powell against Anthony. Good. Nice job down low. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Lillard against Doncic. It's tipped. Dallas leading by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Whiteside with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the inside. The feed to Nurkic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. 4 on the clock.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Passes it to Ariza. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks to Ariza. Out left to the wing. Lillard from outside. Kept alive. Nurkic lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Trail Blazers. Curry is inside, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
Lillard from deep 3-point land. The long distance 3 is buried.
Always a threat. 3-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Curry passes to Kleba. Down low. Powell finds Kleba. Here's Curry. Buried from 15 feet out. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Lillard attacking, and it's good for 2.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Nurkic. The shot off that time, and it's Dallas the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trail Blazers. And then for Dallas, Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. And that one's good. Doncic.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good on the shot. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. The drive by Doncic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Back to Ariza. Good ball movement here by the Trail Blazers. To the wing right side. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from three is not the answer.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Here's Anthony. Yep, it counts.
Whenever you need a huge bucket, you know they're going to look to Melo. This is when he shines.
Inside, right. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Here's Doncic. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Pass to Nurkic. To the paint. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 7. Over to the left wing. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Brunson. For the 3. No good there. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
for the land of the...
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage. D.A. Jacob.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the opening bucket of the night here for Dallas. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. Well, that's some of the energy and intensity Powell brings to the court. I mean, you love seeing that kind of effort, and it's always focused with Powell.
Yeah, and a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here is Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic feeling it out. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
It's tipped. Doncic with the steal. Leonard with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Beverley wide open. Off target with his 3. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Outside Hardaway. Left side, Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. The 3. They get it again. Powell with the steal. Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the shot goes in. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. And anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset, when Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
At the elbow, Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Powell. Hardaway with a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Hardaway finds Powell, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Powell. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now Curry. Following the Porzingis miss from deep.
A precision passer, Curry also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Doncic against Jackson. Pass to Williams. He feeds it to Harrell, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Shamet.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. Shamet the pass to Jackson. And the basket is good.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Maxi Kleber, Jalen Brunson out there with Curry. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Wright in at small forward.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Now here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Williams inside, guarded by Curry.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Wright finds Curry. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter, and it's good. 2 points. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Mavericks leading by 10. Out to the right wing. Kleber kicks to Curry. Back to Kleber. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Kleber's got his first 2 points. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Here's Harrell. And he converts the layup.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Curry's shot is good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Brunson. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
On the wing, Williams, guarded by Curry. And it's Dallas with another.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And Clark, the second time was the charm for Seth Curry. Last season, he returned to Dallas after they let him go to Portland for a year.
Greg, sometimes we've seen it on the court, sometimes we see it in life. I mean, you don't miss something until you don't have it. And Seth is more than just a shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's also a very reliable ball handler. He's unselfish. He doesn't take anything for granted. He plays hungry. And Dallas realized the mistake they'd made and went about correcting it.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Jackson. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in. And it's George missing. Mavericks leading by 12. Crafty move. Back to Porzingis.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Dallas, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway from outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Beverley. Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Mavericks leading by 12. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Cauley Stein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shoot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. And that does it for the first half of play. Mavericks ahead, leading by 14. We'll see.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Doncic. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Morris, left side. Back to Beverly. Fires the 3. George against Curry. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And George with the stuff.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Porzingis inside, defended by George. Curry kicks to Doncic. But they get it back. Back to Curry. Beverly against Powell. There's the pass to Doncic. Clock at 4. Outside for Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beverly against Powell. And it's Beverly missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Curry. That one misses. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 19, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly, and Dallas also making a switch. Marjanovic checked in for Powell.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Curry wide open. Another 3 for Dallas.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
George against Doncic. Right side Jackson. Back to George. From the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Mavericks leading by 17. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Paul George. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. Kleba finds Marjanovic. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for JaMychal Green. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
The shot, no good. Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Curry's shot is good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Finished off the break. Curry's got 13 points in the second half. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Williams with the steal. Here's Shamet. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Shamet's got his first points of the game.
And don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Pass to Brunson. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. And the dunk by Powell.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And it's Leonard missing. Kleba inside. 2 on the clock. And Kleba slams it in.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Magruder passes to Green. The Clippers get another chance here. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brunson finds Hardaway. Off target from three-point range.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Patterson against Brunson. Here's Green. Tries again. Powell pulls it in. Dallas shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Passes it to Finney-Smith. No good on the 3. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Hardaway. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Left side, Porzingis. Marjanovic down low. He's against Green. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Another three for Dallas.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Man gets the bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Mavericks, White, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Luka Doncic comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Both free throws good from Beverly. And here is Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Out to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Mavericks.
And a 6'5" combo guard who uses his size well. Wright is pretty consistent across all areas.
And, you know, Greg, I watched him in college, and what I liked about him most, and I think other people kind of sleep on this guy is really excellent in terms of his feel for the game. I mean, he's got a control and poise about him that's contagious. Good instincts. I like his decision-making in transition. I just think he's an effective, efficient player.
It's tipped. Here's Jackson. He gets that one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Both shots good from the stripe. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Jackson from long range. Up again. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. Welcome. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. Out to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trail Blazers. 6 on the shot clock. Ariza against Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Lillard. Left side Ariza. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb.
Now there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Poked away. Nurkic with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. McCollum no good. Here's the Clippers. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard fires away from way outside. The shot no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good on the triple. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Pass to Lillard from deep 3-point range. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a whistle he did not want to hear. His 2nd foul, and we're not even out of the 1st quarter.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And it's Harrell missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum left side. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Leonard, no luck. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 3-point lead. Nobody near Lillard. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Lillard's got 6. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. A three from Leonard. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Portland leading by 4. Anthony on the wing. Pass to Nurkic. Anthony kicks to Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Misses the three. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Landry Shamet comes in for George. This is his first trip to the line tonight. He throw good. Damian Lillard.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Outside Collins. Gets it off. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg,
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trail Blazers so far in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Well, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So for the Clippers right now, Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green, and it's Harrell in at the 5 spot. The Clippers trail. Here's Shamet. It's good. This game is all even.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Hood for 3. Green with the rebound.
And Rodney Hood, not a big name player, Bones, but he's earned a ton of minutes wherever he's played over the course of his career.
A lot of people just really happy for Rodney Hood that he can continue his career coming back from a torn Achilles, and that's no easy task. So for him to just be back out on the floor and contributing in any way is a great sign. And already at such a young age, Landry Shamet considered one of those critical role pieces for a very good team. Sky's still the limit for where he can get to.
Outside Hood. Pass to Trent. Outside Hood. 5 on the clock. Outside Collins. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Trent. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Here's Trent. That one's off. Still out of sync. Clippers leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Green. The second chance effort. And the layup is good. Green's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Passes it to Trent. In the corner, it's Little. Portland moving the ball around. Hood, the pass to Whiteside. Deflects the pass. Unhindered, going all the way. Little gets the bucket.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Pass to Shamet. Portland grabs the miss. Now Collins. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Zubac. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Hood deciding where to go with it. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Here's Shamet. The three-pointer no good. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Trent passes to Whiteside. Hood dishes to Whiteside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Portland shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, Rodney Hood is a guy who's out here to stretch the floor and mix up his game a little bit, trying to regain some confidence in what he can provide offensively.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Collins. McCollum's checked in for Hood, and Lillard subbed in for Little. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Trail Blazers. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Anthony. Tries from 10. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers leading by 3. The shot by George, wide open. Connects from three-point range. George has got 5 points so far. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Outside Anthony. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Portland again missing.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Back to Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Ariza.
So smooth. The little pump fake, get the defender in the air. As if Leonard wasn't hard enough to cover, he's adding that to his game.
Leonard hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Nurkic up top. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Morris. But they'll get another chance. Ariza has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that's all for now. Say goodbye to
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
There's so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to scream down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
The shot by Anthony, nobody around. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Clippers leading by 10. Beverly wide open. The shot misses, so the Trail Blazers will take it the other way.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
4 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And a wide open look for McCollum. And another 3 for Portland.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Here's Beverly. And he lays it straight in. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Out to Anthony. McCollum up top, defended by George. Back to Anthony. McCollum outside. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by McCollum. And Leonard has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Harrell. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
McCollum passes to Trent. Hood on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Leonard inside. By Hood. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's McCollum. And the Trail Blazers getting another bucket right there.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
Jackson against McCollum. Jackson kicks to Shamet. 1:05 left in the third. That one goes in. Shamet's got his second basket of the night. Trail Blazers trail by 7. Good on the wing. Inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Stolen by McCollum. They're running. Whiteside with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Whiteside, good.
Well, when you have a big guy like Whiteside running the break like that, look out.
Williams scanning the floor. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That is his first foul of the game. Collins checked in for McCollum. Jackson has the open look. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Trent. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hood for 3. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
8 seconds left to play in the third. Right side Leonard from deep. The shot will not fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up 6 from Portland. We're back in a... Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And it's the Trail Blazers with the ball. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Williams is out there with Jackson. And it's Shamet in at the 3 slot. And Williams, here we go. He dishes it to Harrell. Pass to Shamet. It's stolen by Ariza. Fast break. Here come the Trail Blazers. Lillard with the ball. Second shot opportunity. Out to Anthony. To the wing right side. Here's Trent. But they recover it. Three-pointer, Lillard. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, those are the kind of shots that Lillard, when he gets in these hot streaks throughout the course of a season, gets more and more consistent with.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Portland trailing here. Lillard from outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Out to the wing. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Outside for George. And the Clippers miss again. And here are the Blazers. They've scored 10 straight. A pull-up. Nurkic in the post. Harrell on him. Nurkic finds Ariza. Lillard left side. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
And providing the score, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by Portland.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Cullen passes to Ariza. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Trevor Ariza has pinned around the block and seen this before.
Beverley dishes to Morris. Doubled by McCollum. Here's Zubac. Second chance shot. Good D by Ariza.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Lillard against Zubac. Ariza kicks to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trail Blazers another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
McCollum up top, defended by George. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over George. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's George. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Ariza outside. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Moore is grinding on the shooter there.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
McCollum finds Anthony. Money!
Carmelo Anthony with the game changer.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers to tie it up. Ariza with the rebound. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard, it's in!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
But they'll get another chance. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now here's Anthony. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man, and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And he banks in the layup. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one,
wow, hammering it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Stolen by McCollum. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Nurkic. Great positioning on the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's Doncic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Powell, the pass to Finney Smith. Doncic against Nurkic. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Down low. Kicks it out to Ariza. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard against Porzingis. And that one's good. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Hardaway against McCollum. And that one, good.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And stolen by Lillard. Chalk up 2 there. Lillard's got 6. 1:49 left here in the opening quarter. Doncic against Lillard. It's good on the putback.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Lillard outside. He feeds it to McCollum. Hardaway with the steal. To the paint. Nice shot by Porzingis. And it's a tie ball game.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Lillard misses. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And they double up Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So it's Portland now. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Here's Doncic. 40 seconds left to play in the first. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Passes it to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. The drive by Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got 8.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how
Humble beginnings. I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber is out there with Wright. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Curry in a 2-guard. Shot clock at 6. Collins finds Whiteside. Cauley Stein with it. Curry passes to Cauley Stein. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Right outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Trent passes to Whiteside. And there's the pass to Trent. Another shot with the clock winding down. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Curry on the wing. Covered by Hood. Left side Curry. And stolen by Whiteside. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Hood, the pass to Whiteside. Out to Hood. Back to Whiteside. And he uses the glass on the layup. That's 7 points for Hassan Whiteside.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Out to the right wing. To the inside. Here's Hood. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Trail Blazers lead by 1.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And he gets the bucket. Brunson's got his second basket of the night. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Back to Hood. Dishes to Little. Hood on the wing. Collins against Kleba. Stripped it away. Pass to Cauley Stein. Right side Curry. It's stolen by Little. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. Pass to Whiteside. And Wright kicks to Brunson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. And Porzingis subbed in for Maxi Kleba. Trail Blazers trail by 3. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Brunson against Lillard. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland. Curry is inside. He's guarded by McCollum. Porzingis with the steal. Inside, Marjanovic.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Here's Lillard. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. 7 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
Passes it to Nurkic. It's Ariza on the wing. And some nice ball movement here by the Trail Blazers. Lillard from outside. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them.
And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Doncic. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
The pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Doncic. Now here's Lillard. He's got 18. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis against Anthony. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. He's got 14. And they double up Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. And the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long distance look right there.
Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Collins. Pass to McCollum. And here's Little. Kicks it out to McCollum. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for Dallas. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Trail Blazers making a change here as well. Hood's checked in. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
1:52 left in the third quarter. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Anthony's checked in for the Trail Blazers. Mavericks leading by 6. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
Cullen passes to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Trail Blazers trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Curry kicks to Doncic. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Can't hit from in close.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Curry's shot is good. Curry's got his second bucket tonight. Portland with the ball. 6-point game. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Good ball movement here by the Trail Blazers. Right side, the pass to Carmelo. Clock at 6. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the shot is long.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Powell. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
You know, just a good play there from Melo to get a hand up to challenge the shot. Love that effort.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 6. Jalen Brunson out there with Curry. Then there's CLA Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Anthony kicks to Ariza. Passes to Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Nice work inside by CLA Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from McCollum.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
And a deep three from Lillard. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Back to Lillard from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And stolen by Ariza. Now McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. The pass to McCollum. To the middle. Just 4 to shoot. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Takes a 3. And no good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Lillard. And the rejection by CLA Stein.
You better come stronger than that. CLA Stein, a presence defensively. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Now the feed to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for CLA Stein. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Hardaway. And Portland with a change here too. Trent's checked in. Pass to Lillard. Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Wright, and Wright throws it down hard.
Well, you can see in transition, it's DeLon Wright's speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
Lillard way outside. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. The 3 from Porzingis. Keeps it alive, and Doncic is right there. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like